Hi, today I am bringing you an update on my tomato farm or garden that I did in the house, and this is the outcome. This looks like they are dying because I've not watered it for some time. That's how come that they are dying rapidly. But basically, there are two things that I want to discuss with you about when going to buy seedlings. Example, for instance, these tomatoes is kind of like hybrid, and when I bought the seed, it was actually coated with sometimes some red kind of paint with the shining some things on it, or sometimes it will be yellow. So when I bought a seed, actually soak it for some days for the coating around it to be softened before I actually nest it. So now it will look like it's actually not a disease that has affected the tomatoes, but it looks like the performance of the seed is not good. Now if you notice this one, for instance, you see how tall it has become. Normally some tomatoes can grow tall, but normally it shouldn't grow so tall like this, but it has grown tall. And as you can see, this one is having flowers, but what is happening to the flowers? It is dying because it will flourish all right, but it will not fruit. The fruit will not come. So that was what was happening. For example, like this is just growing tall, and it has reached the stage that it should flourish and even produce fruit, or there should be fruit on all of it. But now one thing I want to tell you is sometimes the seed has expired and they will sell it to you that you should go and cultivate it. When you are going to buy the seed, you need to really check whether it has expired or it hasn't expired. Sometimes the seed could not do well. It cannot do well, and a typical example is this. So the seed is actually not good. So now this one, you see, it has flowers nicely, but there's no fruit on it. The fruit is just dying, and because of that I gave up. And because this is more than 3 months now as I started doing this, and by now I should have some fruit on it. So what I'm bringing to your attention today is that when you're going to buy your seed from the seed distributors, so you see these nice flowers, it will do like this. Then basically at the end of the day there wouldn't be fruit. So as you are seeing, all my tomatoes that I planted all has died. It means that there wasn't flourishing, there was no fruit. It is just growing tall just like that. I implemented all the necessary farm practices, as in applying the fungicide, the insecticide, including fertilization and watering. I've done that perfectly, but it looks like there's no good yield coming from these tomatoes. So I am compelled to cut them down. So this is my update basically on the tomato garden that I'm having in the house, that I'm doing in the bucket. Somebody will argue that it is coming from the soil medium. No, this is not coming from the soil medium. The soil medium is rich with organic fertilizer mixed with cocoa peat. Plus, if the soil medium is not good, these leaves will not be growing. But you see, as the tomatoes, for now it is dry because I've not watered it for some days now, because nothing is coming out. Those few tomatoes that you are seeing that are flourishing are the only ones that you can see, but the majority, about 90% of it, is not flourishing. So there's little ones that are flourishing, there's no fruit that is coming out of it. So basically we have to cut down this. I have even kept long. I should have cut it way back about 3 weeks ago, but I decided to leave it down to see the outcome of it. So as you can see, this is not good. They are not good at all. If you go closer, this is tomatoes with some flowers on it, but when it get to a point, the fruits will that's supposed to form in the flowers will just die off. Then no fruit is coming. So now, so if I should say this to you, one, when you are going to buy seed, check the expiring date, whether it is good or whether it is going to expire or whether it is good or not. And they should have, the distributor should have some track record of or evidence to prove that all their seeds that they sell produce or yield produce crops or produce whatever seed that you are buying. They should produce fruit, or the yield for that seed is maybe 99% 100%, or it should be, let's say, 75%. It depends on the seed yielding ratio. So basically that's what you are seeing. Now, if the soil medium are not good, these kind of leaves should not grow, should not do well, or these carrots should not grow, but they are doing well. The carrots are doing well. So it means that the tomatoes here, the seed is not good. The seed is not good. So it will just be growing. You fertilize it, do whatever farm practices that you have to do, but there wouldn't be any good outcome. So this is a very good advice and education, a lesson to all we the farmers. When we are going to buy the seed, we should watch it carefully. The packaging of the seed will look very beautiful, nice, but that doesn't mean that the plants or the crop that you are going to cultivate will do well. So now I'm cutting the tomato plants from the bucket. This is what I've cut so far, and I'm cutting this one now. I would just want to buttress my point that disease didn't really actually affect the tomatoes, but I left it for it to, because I stopped watering it. Now this is the root information. You can see it is really nice, no disease at the root form, but just that it is no fruiting. That's how come that I'm cutting them off. So because the cocoa peat is still good, the soil medium is still good, I can still use it. I can use it for the next 5 years. All I need to do is to add additional organic manure like the poultry droppings to it, so that I'll reuse it. So as you can see, I've packed them and I'll reuse the soil medium. So I'm only cutting the tomato plant. So I pack it here. I'm packing them nicely so that if I'm not scattering them. So I bring this one closer. Then I cut it. Okay. So I'm destroying the tomatoes because no fruit is coming, no yield is coming. Now if I raise this, you can see how the root has formed beautifully, nicely, firm, good. Now somebody might be asking, what's the purpose of this stone in the bucket? I'm just assuming that the cocoa peat, the soil medium, in case I do watering and the excess water in the soil medium will be absorbed by the stones. So that's the reason why I've put the stones inside. Now because the root has formed well, it has bind the cocoa peat with the with the roots. That's how come that it is strong. So at any angle it will be taking nutrient from the soil medium. This is how the root has really formed, very well formed. Now if I raise this, I'm trying to see if I can raise the whole thing. Okay, so as you can see, there's no disease that is affecting the roots. So this is good, this is good, but we are destroying it because it's not yielding any fruit. It is just growing, so tall, and the flowers will come, but along the line they will drop. It means that the seed itself is not, it means that the seed. If you have any suggestion, any ideas that you think I need to do to improve my farming, I look forward to see it in the comment section. And if this is your first time of watching our video, kindly join our community by subscribing to our channel so that any new videos that I do, you'll be the first person to have a look at, to see it and enjoy it. And as we embark on this farming journey, you'll be the first person to grab the knowledge. So thank you very much. You can also leave it in the comment section where you are watching us from, whether you are in Ghana, you are in Nigeria, you are in Kenya, Uganda, South Africa, UK, Australia, US, Japan, Jamaica, wherever you are. Just leave it in the comment section. Thank you very much.